Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It's the Joint Roll Ayatollah here. We live. Uh, anybody that's a family man, gotta take care of your motherfucking family first before you do anything else. So, kids down, get the wife a little attention. I'm free to talk AEW. Tonight was a pretty good night. It was a really good show. They progressed a ton of storylines. They moved a ton of things in motion. I think it was a really succinct show as far as getting a lot of things to be progressed. So with that being said, let's just move right along into the show. The very first thing we saw was a little backstage situation with MJF, Daniel Garcia, and I believe Will Ospreay. I caught the tail end of it. I was a tad bit late, but the very first thing that I saw was the first match of the night. Brian Danielson versus Pac. Very technically sound, amazing match. I don't think you can say enough good things about that match. Um, the commentators did a great job of saying how fantastic this occasion was, as Pac and Danielson hasn't wrestled in about 15 years. So they was working in Chicago. Of course, Chicago's a super hot crowd. Um, it was out the gate. It was the first match of the night, so it was really good. It was slow. I guess you can say methodical, but at the same time, like they did what they were supposed to do as far as building into what it is that they got into. It started picking up pace fast. Um, I like the strike. I love when there's a lot of physicality. So I'm a strong style type of guy. So it was dope to kind of see um, just them deliver. Um, Danielson has moved on to the finals. I think that's a perfect situation for him. Later on in the night, we kind of found out who the wild card was. We also kind of found out, what the semifinals of that's going to look like. So Jay White is already sitting pretty in that semifinals match, and he was awaiting the winner of Jeff Jarrett and the mystery partner. I'm sorry, the mystery opponent. I called it. Everybody called it. I think it was very telegraphed very well that it was going to be Adam Hangman Page. So with that being said, Adam Hangman Page came back and made his return tonight. It was amazing because I knew it was going to be a catalyst, no pun intended, to the extended story of Swerve and Hangman Page. Um, Also, it was, we was talking about who's going to be the fifth and everything like that for Team Elite. It was only right. It was Hangman Page to come back and be the fifth member. Speaking of that, we got the very first member of Team AEW, and it was Mark Briscoe. Um, cut a pretty decent promo. Um, he's he's a fan favorite for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Not just a fan favorite, but in the business. Executives like him, boys like him. You know what I'm saying? People revere him. They learn from him. He's one of two. You know what I'm saying? And rest in peace to Jay Briscoe. But Mark put his name in the hat. as he is for as team AEW, and Jack Perry came and attacked him from behind. As Jack Perry came and attacked him from behind, Kyle O'Reilly came in for a save, and after that, then Okada came in, hit Kyle O'Reilly with the Rainmaker, and that's about all it is. That's all it's gonna be. Uh, then Bucks came out, EVP trigger to Kyle O'Reilly, and boom, there we have it. That was the segment. So that set up probably a tag match or whatever between you know that Jack Perry. I don't want to see Colorado on this team. I don't know. I don't know. I won't want to see, but if Colorado's on this team and they're building a team of baby faces, I might ride that wave. I might ride that wave. Second match of the night was super important for me and Chidi. We were asking, what is the purpose of having Willow Nightingale if you're not going to use her? And boy, are they using her right now. And I don't know if they're using her to capitalize on it or they're using her just to make sure that they know that we know that they're using her. But she cut a Dusty S promo about, her catchphrase about, don't worry, damn, what is it? I'm paraphrasing here, but it's like, oh, don't worry about nothing, smile through everything or something like that. But she got a pretty great promo around that premise and told Chris Statler she's going to whoop her ass and punch her ticket. And that's exactly what she did. From the jump, from the gate, her and Chris went after it. It was a very entertaining, very progressive match because, again, it told a story within a story. Chris Statlander don't really need Stokely. And if Stokely keep getting in the way, right, which he did tonight, I can see Chris Statlander maintaining this character arc, but leaving Stokely in the dust. So keep an eye on that. Sorry, I'm yawning a lot, bro. I've had to put $2 down playing dark screen music, my nigga, with the lullabies. So, I had to either succumb to it or fight through it. So right now I'm fighting through it. So bear with me through the yawns. You know what I'm saying? I won't keep you guys long. Lord knows I don't want to be here long. You dig? So with that being said, let's move into what I was saying. Willow Nightingale into the finals. Into the finals. Now, me and CT was talking about it. Do you pull the trigger on Willow Nightingale? CT say, hell yeah. She needs to win that Wimbledon. She is your homegrown. She is something that you push to the moon. And unfortunately, with the other women's storyline that we have to talk about here, sometimes that's not always the case. Britt Baker came back and she was very transparent as why she hasn't been around. And she revealed to us that she has TIA, which essentially is, for lack of better terms, a mini stroke. So, if anybody who has had family members or have been impacted by strokes or mini strokes or heart attacks or anything like that, the neurological system kind of just, you know what I'm saying, it don't really work well. You know what I mean? So she had to get herself correct. She had to get herself back into not only physical shape, but mental shape, right? Had to get over that mental hurdle. With that being said, she looked at the landscape and viewed her spot being took. You know what I'm saying? And she had to come and pop and talk her shit. And like, no, I understand that there are another 3 letter, situation going on, but let's not forget who I am. I am the one who shed my blood, tears, sweat in this company. I was the first the first woman signed to this company. I was the first one to build this one from the ground up. And I'd be damned if my spot's going to get taken by, you know, what it is. You know what I'm saying? And Mercedes, I think she has the potential to lock in and be one of the best heels in the business. Like tap into the Izzy type of shit where she's grabbing a headband and throwing it back down at the drums, like she can have real heat on her, if this goes correctly. And it kind of was going that way. The fans chose, they drew the line in the sand. Britt is without a shadow of a doubt the baby face in this feud. Mercedes Moné is without a shadow of a doubt the heel in this feud. And realistically, it's the biggest women's match that they can have. So to Chidi's point, we can get Willow and Tony Storm at All In, but Britt Baker and Mercedes Moné will be top billing for me. Just me personally, for me. So that was very interesting to see. As Britt Baker was out talking to the crowd, she was interrupted by Mercedes as she aligned herself, Mercedes, with the elite. So that's very fantastic to see. Heels healing it up with one another. It makes wrestling with shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, do we really need to talk about the trios match? I guess. Um, so Jericho had Taz removed from ringside for the Samoa Joe Shibata Hook versus Cage of Agony match while Jericho was on commentary. Pretty much, the point of this feud is Jericho ain't done with Hook, clearly. So they beat the brakes off of them at the end of their match with Cage of Agony, which they won. And I don't really know, man. I don't really know. I don't know what's going on with Big Bill, Brian Keith, Chris Jericho, and this FTW situation with Hook, but yeah, man. I don't know if this ain't to bring Taz out of retirement for one more match, then I don't know what it is, bro. Honestly, if this ain't for Taz and Jericho for the FTW Championship, then I don't know what we doing. I know. Again, we talked about this next match that came after was Jeff Jarrett versus Adam Hangman Page. Page has new interest music. Um, man, he's nasty. He's nasty. You know, Page has the potential to be Drew Light. And with that being said, is that he can be the best version of himself right now. And if he's the best version of himself right now, he's gonna make himself a shit ton of money because that's what Drew's doing right now. Think Heyman has the potential with that fire in his eyes, with the legitimate storyline with him and Swerve. You put that title on the line with that, along with Blood and Guts with that. Woo! Yeah, man, I can't wait. Blood and Guts is before All In, so I think that's going to be a great catalyst, a great trampoline into All In. So Page beat Jeff Jarrett, which was good match. Jarrett did well. Jarrett did a fantastic job. They had a transition to where Jeff Jarrett put your boy in the sharpshooter, and the crowd went crazy. The commentators went crazy. Um, Jeff is a wrestling savant. You know what I'm saying? He was hitting the side. Bro, when's the last time the side Russian leg sweep got a pop like that, bro? It's Jeff Jarrett. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to JEFFJARRE the final match of the night, Osprey and Daniel Garcia. Uh Man, I think this was a very great match. Uh, I hated the finish. If Garcia's gonna take his lumps, let him do it gracefully. Let him lose without nobody else being the reason why he lost, so that can build the character development that is actually needed. Now, I don't know if they're going to keep. Well, clearly they keeping Daniel Garcia a babyface because after the match, he lost. He lost to Will Ospreay. It was a fantastic match again, fantastic match. And MJF was in Daniel Garcia's corner, and MJF offered the diamond ring to be like, "Hey, man, this how you win." You know, oh shit, I'm frozen like that. Oh man, that's crazy. Um, so they was like, "This is how you win," And with that being said, can y'all still hear me? Am I still here? Hold on, let me see if I'm still here. Uh, oh no, y'all can hear me, but I'm caught in the little middle right here. Let me see if I can refresh me. Hold on. Oh no, y'all can hear me, but I'm caught in the middle right here. Let me see if I can refresh me. They got me looking crazy out here. I got me looking crazy. Um, um, I don't know whatever's going on right now. Hold on, hold on, y'all. Y'all know I always got some technical difficulties. Give me 1 second as I try to finagle this. Oh, yeah, I'm back. All right, bet. I'm back. What's happening? All right, so the internet, um, or Tony Khan, one of the two, I was talking crazy about MJF. They cut my shit. Listen, man, I'm gonna be quite honest. I didn't like the end of the match. I didn't like the end of the match, man. Daniel Garcia and Will Ospreay, like I said, I wanted Daniel Garcia to fall on the short, um, honorably. You know what I'm saying? Which kind of it looked like he was trying to do as MJF handed him the diamond ring. Daniel Garcia refused the diamond ring. He didn't necessarily need it or want it, or you know what I'm saying, feel the need that he, you know what I'm saying. That's how he wanted to take care of it. And I would say this, man. The three people involved in this angle: MJF, Will Ospreay, Daniel Garcia. MJF did what he needed to do for his character progression, but realistically, I would have liked to see the opposite for Will Ospreay. I would have liked to see Will Ospreay kind of snap a little. I would have liked to see Will Ospreay have a little bit, but he again one of the biggest baby faces um, on the joint. You know what I'm saying? Um, I just didn't like Garcia being taken off his game and then walking into a hidden blade and then having MJF turn on him at the end. I did not like that. The match was good. The angle was good. The direction of where they was possibly taking it was good. Did I feel like they put it on wrinkle? I think so. I don't think they steamed it out a bit all the way. I don't think they pressed it as much as they could. I think they just hit it with the iron one time and threw the joint. Matter of fact, they just put it in the dryer. That's what they did. They put it in the dryer and knocked the wrinkles out. Um, MJF came back and said he wasn't going to be the friendly person. He was gonna step on throat, step on necks, whoop de whoop. Garcia has nothing. Uh, Chidi says we need this MJF. That's correct, but Garcia has nothing that MJF need for him to do this with. And since MJF has came back, um, uh, yeah, I mean, he was never my scumbag, but yes, to everybody else, he was a tremendous leader of the scumbag community. But what I am going to say though is that Roosh Hechicero, Daniel Garcia is not steaming up MJF. I think what could have and should have been is that MJF causes Osprey his title, and then we can make the pivot from MJF and Daniel Garcia to MJF Will Osprey. No title on the line, just strictly animosity, where Osprey has to match MJF's nasty. That's what I would have liked to have seen. I would have liked to see MJF do the bidding for Garcia without Garcia knowing, or whatever the case may be. Maybe MJF hit Will Ospreay with the diamond ring. You know what I'm saying? And Garcia is trying to do a schoolboy or something like that. Boom, roll him up. Then Ospreay's out, and so he can't kick out. Garcia wins. I don't know, man, but Garcia could have and should have won that championship with the assistance of MJF without the knowledge of Garcia. And I think that could have catapulted MJF Osprey at Wembley. Now, right now, since you hot shot Daniel Garcia at MJF, I really don't know how you're gonna make me care about this match. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. Like I care, but I'm talking about invest care. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna kill it. I'll wait till CT. You know, we face to face, and maybe Rampage, maybe Collision, because it shows that MJF is gonna be on Collision. So maybe I'll get continuation of the story, and I'll be able to get on board. But as of right now, just wish they would have done something just a tad bit differently to get us to where we was gonna go. But it is what it is, man. I can't cry with spilled milk. Yes, gotta watch Collision. Gotta watch, and it's been a long time. It's been a long time since a nigga said I gotta watch Saturday Night Wrestling, or at least stay up long enough so I can catch it up on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But more oftentimes than not, Collision's gonna get watched that Sunday morning, nigga. Because if I have the kids sleep, which I have right now, I'm about to go play a game of Madden. You already know what it is. To try and rely Ayatollah about to smoke this doobie and hope my wife do me. Peace.